Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And I got admitted back into the hospital within 6 hours of leaving the hospital. So this is what happened when I left the hospital. I had taken the 2 oxy by mouth orally that I have been taking in the hospital. But I remember I kept telling the doctors that those don't really work too much. They weren't really taking away the pain or anything. So they were giving me Dilaudid through my IV. Obviously, I cannot take Dilaudid home. And so when I left, I remember I took 2 oxy, packed up my stuff, and then I started feeling nauseous. So I ended up throwing up because I couldn't take it anymore. And in all honesty, they were trying to, I guess, kind of hold me back, but I had already signed all the paperwork and everything for me to leave. And I just didn't want to stay there anymore. I couldn't take one more day of being there. I honestly could not. I wanted to be anywhere but there. Like how I explained in the last video, it's very loud, right next to a train, like not being able to rest whatsoever. The walls and the windows were paper thin. I couldn't do it anymore, guys. And there was a point when I was in there that it felt like a nightmare. I don't really want to talk about that anymore. I'll just leave that in the other video. But I had to come back to the ER right away. I honestly don't even remember the track of time. Like I remember I got discharged like around noon, went home, and then I ended up coming back to the ER, but I went to a different ER than the other hospital where I had surgery at, because this is originally where I wanted to be. David dropped me off, and right away they took my temperature, took my blood, and started an IV. And they were pretty much saying like, oh, with this patient we have to hurry up because, or expedite her because she just came out of surgery, she's just out of chemo, and she has cancer. And for some reason, out of all days out of the year, that had to be the busiest day that they ever had, even compared to COVID. That was the busiest day of the year, apparently. And they put the IV in my AC, but at that point I was like, just get an IV in me. I really don't care right now. Just give me some pain meds. And no, I still had to wait because I ended up going to x-ray. I was in a hallway for 30 hours. My belly kept getting more and more swollen. Finally, I get moved, and I get moved into the most beautiful, relaxing, quiet room. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you guys, as soon as I walked into this room, I immediately burst into tears because I felt like my body finally felt like relief, and like, oh, thank goodness, like I'm gonna find relief here, and I'm gonna like find, healing. And yeah, so let me show you guys around. So they have a little window so they kind of see a little bit, but when you walk in, there's a computer, my bed, and then in here they have like for me to put any kind of clothes, my patient belongings in here, which I already put over here. So I use these 2 cabinets to put my stuff. And ta-da! This is the bathroom. So yeah, it's beautiful. Look at how high the ceilings are. I already have my water pick and my toothbrush and everything set up here, and my shower. I already put my little shampoos. I ended up coming back to the ER because obviously of pain and really bad inflammation. I've been having really bad inflammation on my abdomen, and it's just the pain. I'm telling you, the pain when I went home was so excruciating. that I thought I was gonna pass out in pain. Like, I really thought I was gonna pass out because of how much pain I was feeling. And right now it's only under control because they were giving me IV medications. But in other words, yeah, I'm getting a CT scan done to make sure there's no leaks, there's nothing twisted in there, and make sure that everything is flowing and that there are no blockages. I feel okay. I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I look like crap. I really do, but I'm healing, guys. The best I could do to look like myself. Today is the day after me having my CT scan. In for the CT scan, and what we found was that some of the inflammation that I had on my left side of my abdomen was actually caused by fluid buildup. I don't know what kind of fluid it is, but more than likely it's like a body fluid. And then today I'm still on a liquid diet. It is so beautiful outside right now. Like, just look. Can you guys see how beautiful it is right now? Like, look at that. Like how beautiful it is. Yeah, so like the trippiest thing ever has ever happened to me. So we're trying to figure out some medication for me to take home in order for me not to be in pain anymore. And like the trippiest thing happened to me. So I remember taking the pill and the nurse. So right now I am actually taking through my IV. I am taking 1 milligram of Dilaudid. And so he ended up giving me in pill form. He gave me the same thing, Dilaudid, but instead of giving me 1 milligram every 4 hours, he actually gave me 2 milligrams every 4 hours. For a split second, who, what, when, where? Out the door, because I did not remember. Alright, so today is April 9th and I'm still in the hospital. I have been trying to do just oral pills to take away the pain. And we've also noticed that my hemoglobin has been dropping on my CBC, which if it gets too low, there's a possibility of somebody needing a blood transfusion. But I don't know if that's maybe my blood disorder just acting up, or am I actually bleeding from somewhere? Like, it's like one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing. It's like never ending. And then I told them that lately I've been feeling really cold, obviously very sleepy because obviously medications, everything too. Hi guys, today is Saturday, April 10th, and I have been having a low hemoglobin the past couple days, and we weren't sure if they were going to transfuse me or not with blood transfusion, and they have decided that they are gonna give me a blood transfusion. I really don't feel good. I feel really tired.
Look.
He's not ugly.
He's not ugly to me. He's my baby.
Oh no, he looks good.
His name's Coco, but he's half weenie dog, half Chihuahua, but his body's like a weenie dog. And you know how the little weenie dogs stand like that with their patas chuecas? That's how he stands. He's my baby. He takes care of me.
Is he really attached to you?
Yes.
Who came to visit me? Did you believe me when I told you that you can come?
No, I was worried. I was actually scared. I don't know what was going to happen.
You thought something happened?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I was like, oh, crap. And then you started crying on the phone. I was like, oh, heck no.
How you doing again?
Like what?
Caracas would work.
I don't know. I don't know.
Alvin, trust me? No. The suspect refuses to open the door.
Agents fear that inside, the dealer is disposing.
I just needed you, babe.
And a little bit of blood.
Just a little bit. Did you miss me?
Did I miss you? Too much, babe. Too much.
I haven't been really vlogging that well, as I obviously don't feel good, but I try when I start feeling better. This has definitely by far been the hardest part of my journey. I try not to cry in my videos, but this by far has been the hardest and scariest part of my journey. And it sucks because I can't have any visitors. I did get lucky, and they did let David come in one day. People don't understand just how much the emotional support of someone being there with you helps. You're so lonely in here, even though you do have nurses and CNAs, but it's not the same. I really hope I get to go home soon. So this part, when I was packing, I low-key felt a little bit of anxiety leaving, only because I didn't know whether or not the medications were going to work on me and if I had to return again. I just kept on packing, but to be honest, I was pretty afraid, but I think it was time for me to go home, and I feel like if I went home, I would heal better and faster, so yeah. Been in here 21 days. I want to go. 21 days.
I can't imagine. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Well, it's a beautiful day outside right now.
that's good.
So.
Bye. You could tell I was here, huh?
Yeah.
SUV.
You got me singing way oh, way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh, oh. I could be the best thing